Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you yet again with another weekly episode, and I've got a good one for you today. Stoked about this one actually, because we got, as promised in the last episode, or as alluded to in the last episode, two more exclusive Auto World square body pickups from Surplus Goodies. These are a Surplus Goodies slash LBE exclusives release. If you're not familiar with LBE exclusives, there's a Facebook group. Check it out. Literally LBE exclusive. Anyway, they've done some exclusive Greenlight stuff in the past, and this might be the first. Well, I think they did one other. Yeah, they did. I think they did one other of the Barn Find or whatever, Towing It to Showing It trucks with Surplus in the past. I think they did one of them. Anyway, that aside, Jimmy, of course, was nice enough to shoot me these trucks, and we get to take a look at them. We get to open them up, and yes. So we've got the first two in the Heartbeat of America series. I'm not sure how many of these there's going to be. I really don't know how many of these they're going to come out with. But we're going to take a detailed look at them, of course. So we've got this one here, the 1983 Chevy Silverado Fleetside Baba Yaga. These trucks look really cool. So the whole thing with this is I think that they're supposed to be, modeled after real trucks. They're classic trucks with a modern twist is what it's listed as. I think these both have the Surplus Goodies exclusive cowl hood tooling. Yes, they do. And then, so this would be technically considered the first release, and then this one here, this 83 Silverado, is the second release. It says right on it, release 2. So that's got to be it. So it looks like they're numbering them. That's cool. It says with all new Heartbeat series, Surplus Goodies, LB exclusives, and Auto World have partnered up to create this classic 1983 Chevy Silverado Fleetside truck with a modern twist. Surplus Goodies and LBE exclusives strive to bring you the exclusive true 1/64 scale Auto World diecast vehicles you want most. Keep an eye out for future products and new releases in 2022 and beyond. So very, very cool. So these just came out fast and furious. We just got the Muddin USA one from Surplus, and now we get these two coming out hot. So very, very awesome. Definitely a different feel, a different design, a different idea than the past stuff that Surplus has done, and that's very cool. And of course, that's not all. We've got the pins as well for each of the trucks, and we'll take a look at those close up in the second half here. And we got stickers for each one of the trucks. Very cool. And yeah, you know, of course, we also have, you know, the Ultra Reds. So yeah, they're not very limited, just 104 pieces. So pretty stoked. All right, so we got these. They're limited to 104 pieces each, which makes them very, very limited, and they both look fantastic. So I am super stoked to get these. I, right now, have a complete set of Surplus Goodies Auto World exclusives, including the chases, which are all very difficult to get a hold of. So I am very, very thankful for that. That is super cool. So yeah, of course, these being as valuable as they are, it is difficult for me to open them, but we are going to do as such in the second half of the video. We have to. I have to. All the other ones are loose. There's no way I could start a carded collection now, right? So super stoked on these. Very, 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 very cool. All right, so we're going to open these up in the next segment, so stay tuned for that. So that's one item of interest here, or a couple items, I should say, of interest that we are going to check out in the next segment. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't watched the previous episode, check that out. That'll have the other exclusive from Surplus in there, where I also had the Ultra Red. We also took a look at that, took a detailed look at that. So check that out as well. All right. I did find some items in stores. Stores got stuff, and I found that stuff. Crazy. So I found a couple of cool things, actually. I found this, which the only reason why I picked this up, because a lot of you people that watched whatever weekly video that I got this Boulevard set in, a couple episodes back or whatever, told me that the truck I had was an error. I don't think it's an error. I think it's a it's a variation. I don't think it's an error, but be on the lookout for the Datsun Sunny with a red Datsun logo where it says BRE Datsun. This one has it in red. The more common one, I believe, has it in black, which is this one here. So we're going to open this up. I'll show you a close-up because I needed a standard version. I guess I need one of each variation. Why not be a nerd about that? So we'll take a look at those. I also found Hot Wheels regarding, I did find the Mountain Drifter set. And I was stoked because I found a full case of it. I actually got to open it up. I saw it sitting there, middle of the day, right at the top of a pallet, and I'm at Walmart. I'm like, whatever. I grabbed it, I cut it open, and no chase. So that's unfortunate. I still would love to get the chase of this car, but it's going to be a difficult one to get. I'll probably do a separate video on this set. I don't think we're going to open these up here because we do have a lot of other stuff to look at. But the set is very, very solid. Very, very cool. I would say my least favorite one is the anime style thing that's going on down here. I'm not well versed in anime, so I'm sorry. There's probably some sort of, I don't know, reference here that I just don't understand. And that's fine. So, hopefully. I think actually the star of the set almost is the Mitsubishi 3000 Gt Vr4 in this blue with these wheels on it. It looks fantastic. Of course, this looks good too, but and undoubtedly is like the star of the set for most people, especially the chase. But anyway, I'll open up all these in another video. We'll do that. So sorry about that if you were looking forward to seeing those. It's just we're just going to do it in another video. I did also find on the same day an M2 Chase. This was hanging on the pegs. And I'm actually going to keep this one. I don't normally collect M2. I don't normally buy M2. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep it. Why? Because it looks cool. It really does. The non-chase version of this, I believe looks, I think it's like red and black. This one's like a mint green and white with white wheels. I don't have an example of this casting, so I don't know, whatever. We're going to keep it. It's limited to 750 pieces. So we're going to open up an M2 Chase on the channel. That does not happen often. So most of the time, if I ever find an M2 Chase or I'm lucky enough to come across one, it gets traded locally or sold. And that's it. I don't normally keep any of that stuff, but I've got a couple in the collection. I got a couple of Chases in the collection, but it's really rare for me to keep an M2 piece, and we're definitely going to keep that one. All right, I also found the Hot Wheels Disney set at Walmart, and I picked up a cool combi, so that's a pretty desirable one. Pretty cool subject matter as well, because it's got The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is really cool, which is actually like my 4-year-old daughter's like favorite movie. She likes that creepy stuff. I don't know. But, yeah, digging that. So we'll open that up. It's a little goofy. It's got white wheels and white base and, you know, whatever. And it's got Jack on it and whatever the dog's name was. I don't remember. Zero or something. But, anyway, got that. And then I also found just part of one of these Matchbox collectors series, well, they're not all moving parts, but Matchbox Premium Collectors series. These are $5.50 now at Target. I don't remember them being that expensive, but they are like car culture prices now, which I guess is fair. I mean, but they're not all metal. They do have rubber tires, and some of them do have a moving part, and they are detailed, and they do look good, so I guess whatever. But Yeah, $550 each. I picked up 2 of the models. I did not see all of them there. I would have grabbed the Subaru SVX, but that was not there. Neither was the 35 Ford pickup or the Corvette Stingray. None of those were there. These were the only 2 that were left behind, and honestly, I found that to be quite odd because we had the 1964 Chevy C10 long bed in there, and I thought for sure, besides the Subaru, this one would be the desirable one. And it's like, because it's cool. It's like blue and it's like patinaed, and it looks awesome. So I grabbed that one. I debated on whether or not to even snag this one, this Ram Rebel. But I thought, what the heck, I'll grab it. It's red. And it's pretty basic. And I think it has an opening hood. So we'll check that out. So that's cool. Okay, so we got that. I also got this. I forgot to show these a while back, but I got some stickers of some Porsches. We'll check those out and I'll explain them in the second half of the video. Somebody at my local diecast meet basically is making these stickers and selling them there. And I thought they looked kind of cool. I don't know what I'm going to put them on, but they look pretty neat. So stickers. I don't normally collect stickers, but somehow I do have quite a bit of a collection of stickers. Including non-diecast stuff for whatever reason. I have a problem putting stickers on stuff because then the sticker is always on that and is basically used. I don't know. There's no way to get it off and reuse it. So whatever. All right. Lastly, but definitely not leastly, I've got some customs here. Not mine. Well, they're my. I own them, but I didn't do them. This is from at HWCMDLS. HWC, Hot Wheels Collectors, I don't know. MDLS. He does rusty, weathered customs. Okay. And I was like, I got a bunch of junk cars. I'm going to send you some cars if you can make some for me. I paid him to make these customs, and he sent them back. I'm going to show you a couple things here, and we're going to look at these close up, but here's an example of one right here. This is Auto World Firebird. I even sent him a Tomica Limited Vintage that I had that was damaged. And he did something kind of unique with that. It's pretty cool. But it's like this here. It ended up being like mall security, weird little beat up car. For some reason it reminds me of Trailer Park Boys. And then we've got this truck here that's all rusty. It's an Auto World. This thing was damaged. All these were problematic vehicles. The vehicles had issues, and that's why I sent them to him. Here's a Mustang Mach 1 that looks pretty awesome. And then this actually, there's some jack stands here. This is actually for the Firebird. So I'll have to show you how that's put together. I think it was supposed to be glued to the thing, and it came unglued in packing or in shipping, and that's okay. I can re-glue that. He crushed this one. This is a GTO from like the Erdl style GTO. We'll look at these up close. You're not going to really be able to get an idea here until we look at them. Firebird, weathered. I wanted to get these done. I mean, I'd like to be able to do this stuff myself. I just don't really have the time or necessarily the knowledge. I guess I sort of have the knowledge on how to do them. Mainly, I don't have the time to do them. And since I'm getting kind of a little bit more into photography and stuff lately, I thought I would really want to get some rusty, weathered cars to take pictures of, because, you know, it's just not every car you see in the street in real life is in great condition and stuff like that. And I just thought it'd be cool to have some rusty cars, something cool to kind of play around with and take some decent photos of. So that's why I really wanted those, and that's why I commissioned him to make them for me. I might do some on my own. We'll see, but we got these to look at. All right. We need to spin the camera around and we need to take a look. We're going to start with the surplus goodie stuff. We're going to go into the rest of this stuff. So keep her tuned. Let's go ahead and flip her around. All right, folks, we are going to start this second segment of the video by taking a look at the Heartbeat of America classic trucks with a modern twist from Surplus Goodies and LBE exclusive. Quick peek around the card art. The card art is, I believe, the same, yes, for both of these models. Fairly basic, but definitely looks cool. We got the, heartbeat going on there. Very, very cool. Again, with the cowl hood, which is an exclusive tool for Surplus Goodies. He's the only person that's allowed to use this hood tool for a certain period of time. I don't know when that's over with again. I mentioned it in the last video, but they own the rights to that or whatever for a while. Not sure how that works out, but that's the way she goes. And we're going to go ahead and take a peek. So we got the pin. Pretty neat. The pin is the version of the truck. Very cool. Very neat. We got a sticker. Very nice quality sticker, which is pretty much exactly the same styling as the pin. Little exaggerated features here. Very cool. And then we've got, of course, the main show here is the truck itself. So we're going to go ahead and open this one. Limited to 2,496 pieces. That's really not that many, if you think about it, which I do. So we got to cut them open. It is in a clamshell, which is all right. I don't mind it being in a clamshell. I guess it makes it easier so that you don't have to worry about cardboard issues. I open everything up anyway, so I don't really have to worry about it. I'm going to have to get duplicates of these, though. I wanted to get a duplicate set of the Surplus Goodies stuff, and I think I should get a duplicate set of all of them. I don't have all of them. I need to figure out which ones I'm missing duplicates of. So I know I need a duplicate of this one. I need a duplicate of the Mud and USA one. I'm not talking about the chases, just the regular basic versions. I need to get those. Just to have a carded set. Why not? Why not be psychotic and have more than one? Live in excess. All right. So here we go. We got the truck. And it looks like this one's got a little bit of a wheel issue coming out of the box. Just hasn't been pushed on all the way, so I'm going to finish the job there, get that done. Now it's going to roll. Yeah, I'm just trying to push it on a little bit better there. But here we go. So it's kind of a nifty design. I do like it. You got like a little flash of yellow in there. Kind of a primer gray-ish look, black and white. It's got all the details that you would expect. Of course, it's an auto roll casting, so very detailed, 1/64 scale. There you go, Baba Yaga is that. So I'm assuming that is the person that owns the truck. And you guys are probably going to call me dumb or whatever. And we got a motor in here that's all black. I don't think I've ever seen them all black in there before. And that's a little odd too. It looks like we got a cockeyed motor in there. That's not supposed to be like that, is it? I don't think so. I think the motor might have been put in. So we got, a slight quality control issue with my example here. And that's nothing terrible. We just got the that wheel I had to push on, which is fine. That's not a big deal at all. So looks all right. Actually, the rim might be split. I'm not sure. You can see that little which looks like almost like a crack in the rim there. Anyway, so we got this one. It looks pretty neat. You don't want to 83 Silverado. Tooling number, of course, 49, which is definitely the most released tooling from Auto Road to date, no doubt. One of these days, we need to get him all out for a family video or photo or whatever. I got to do it with my Ultra Reds, too, just to check them out. So this one has a black interior, and it looks pretty awesome, actually. I like the black bumper in the front, and I like the gray bumper in the back. I like that mismatched bumper. It kind of gives ties this whole design together, and I'm a fan of that. I think that looks pretty awesome. So let's get a detailed look. Actually, before we move on to the next one, we might as well do the chase for this one. And I have that right here. So he does this with the stickers, which is really cool. Limited to 104 pieces. I love that he actually prints the quantity of the chases on the card. That is definitely going to be something that is going to be attractive to people that collect chases. The fact that the number is actually on there is a great decision. I think that if anybody else is smart, they'd probably copy it. Because it is great to know the actual number of the chase. I mean, you know the number of the regular cars. Why not be able to know the number of the chases without having to do any math? You know, the math isn't hard, but hobby releases work a little bit differently than your standard store release, and that it's not necessarily 3%. This is actually 2% because these come, I believe, 1 per case of 48, which makes them limited to the 104 pieces. All right, let's get this guy out of the package. So we just opened a very expensive car, truck, whatever you want to call it. And it actually looks really cool. Now, I'm normally not a big red colored tire guy. I get the point that it makes it look more like a chase, which makes it more attractive to people that collect chases, which makes it draw a higher dollar amount on the secondhand market, which is fine with me. They've grown on me a bit. A lot of my Auto World chases have colored tires. Even though in the beginning I was really a naysayer against them. I like the way they did this one, though. We got a red base. We got ultra red body, of course. Then we got this standard graphic on the side. We got the red tires. I do really like that it follows the design with the body color. So the body color is red. Therefore, the bumper is going to be red as well, just like the body color is gray. And we got a gray bumper on that one. And then they kept the black bumper on the front. I think that was a really good way to do this. So that's fantastic. I really do like it. Solid chase model from Surplus Goodies. Now, I definitely at least at minimum need to get a family photo or video or something together for all of the Surplus Goodies releases with their respective chases. The only Surplus Goodies release I think I do not have, actually, now that I think about it, is the trailer. He did release a trailer, a flatbed trailer, and I never snagged on that. And basically because I don't collect trailers. I've got enough trailers in the collection. I don't know if I necessarily need another one, but maybe just to complete the set, I might have to do it. I don't know. We'll see. Surplus Goodies is by far one of my favorite hobby dealer, so I like supporting him, and I think that maybe I should get the dang trailer just to have the full complete set. And that's the other reason why I want to get all these carded as well, even though we're going to cut them open, because, you know, I hoard Auto World for one, and for two, it'd just be cool to have a full set carded and a full set loose. Well, a full set carded non-chases, because I'm not going to be able to afford to pick up some carded chases. But yeah, this thing is sick. All right, this one. So here we go. Release 2. Premier Street Rods. So I don't know. Somebody tell me. Is this someone's actual truck? Is this modeled after someone's actual truck? I don't know for sure. Again, this one's limited to $24.96. So 2,496 pieces. It is very limited by pretty much any 1/64 scale diecast standard. That is not that many. That really isn't. So very, very cool. I really thought that I wasn't going to like this one as much as this one when I first saw them, that these were coming out. But man, looking at this in person, It's actually really cool. The blue color is not just a straight blue. It's, you know, enamel blue. It's a metallic blue. And you don't necessarily get that when you look at like a picture of it or whatever. Like if you look at the like the sticker, for example, this is more of a like a matte blue. Of course, it's a matte sticker or satin sticker or whatever. You don't get that it's metallic. In person, that really pops. It looks really, really excellent. Here's the pin, and of course the truck. See, cowl hood. Went with kind of the standard like chrome rim color, which I think works really good with the gray in the design. This one's got a black bumper in the back and a silver chrome bumper. In the front, of course, we're going to have an opening hood. And blacked out engine again in this one. No orange in there. A lot of times you see orange in this Chevy motor. The engine bay is all blacked out. I think that looks good. Sometimes the pop of orange in there doesn't really look great with the rest of the design of the car. It might have looked all right with this one just because it's blue and orange kind of look great together, but really cool, fantastic looking truck. I definitely dig it. This one says, let's say Ross. It says Ross. So maybe it's Ross's truck. I don't know. I'm not sure. Very, very cool. All right. Yep. Limited to 104 pieces. We've got the Chase. And it looks like this follows the sort of the same. Not exactly the same. Sort of the same. There's one thing that's different about this one that I can see right off the bat. Let's open it up. Just think in your head, what's different about it? What Chase attribute does this have that the other one does not? So we've got the red tires that we talked about with the previous one. We got the red base. We got the red body. What else is there? What else is under the hood? Nothing? Black there? Okay, cool. Did I look under this one? Yeah, nothing. Alright. We got a red interior. That's a different thing. Black interior on the regular, red interior on the Chase. Black interior on the regular, black interior on the Chase. They did not change the color of the interior, which I'm glad they didn't. Actually, on this one, it looks better black. On this particular one. This one, we get red. Very, very cool. All right. I like it. So again, just a stellar little series from Surplus Goodies. So I don't know what else we're going to see. I don't know how many more of these are going to come out. I have no idea what frequency they're going to come out in, if there are more planned. I haven't really talked to Jimmy about it. And, but I should. Really cool. And I think the first time, I want to say the first time I saw that he was doing this one, I got kind of a little sneak peek. Of course, that I was held to secrecy on. Very, very, very long before this came out. So it got delayed for sure. Really, really cool though. I like these trucks. And I know you guys, I know there's going to be someone, oh, more square bodies, yawn, I don't like square bodies. Square bodies are boring now because there's so many out. Well, whatever, who cares? There's been a lot that have come out. Admittedly, there's been some hits, there have been some misses, definitely, from people putting out exclusive trucks. There definitely has been, and that's fine. The cool thing about it is it's a platform for people to put out exclusive stuff, where they can get a freedom of doing some different things with it, and you know, and they sell. People buy them. People buy them because they love these trucks, and you know, I'm admittedly I'm a sucker for them too. So, you know, it is what it is. We are still in the era of square body here with Auto World. And I don't think that's going to slow down for a little while yet. So you'll be seeing a lot more on my channel, whether you like it or not. All right. Let's do some, well, whatever. Let's open up an M2 Chase. Why not? I debated on this one. I didn't even look it up on eBay to see what it was going for or anything like that, to see if anybody would be interested in it, selling it, whatever. I looked at it. I said, this thing looks cool, and I think I'm just going to keep it. And so the decision has been made, which I don't make that decision very lightly these days, considering the fact that I have so many cars in my collection. People ask me, how many do you have? And I tell them, no idea, and by the time it took me to count, there would be more. So it's a fluid situation that typically really just goes in the increasing direction more than I get rid of stuff. So I don't know if I'm like building a library in here or what, but I'll tell you what, I'm having a problem because I don't really have places to put things now, which, when I think about adding new cars to the collection, I do actually really give it some thought. At least I give it more thought than I used to. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this from the base and throw the base away. To me, I don't know why they include bases with these auto drivers cars. I think it's kind of dumb, to be honest. And, like, no offense, whatever. I just don't think it's a very cool thing to do, to include, got some tire issues here, to include a base with the thing without the acrylic case. I think the base is kind of silly. You guys let me know what you think. If this thing came with the acrylic case, I might even have just kept it in the acrylic case, you know, because I don't have anywhere to put it. And that would have been a nice way to protect the car, but now, I mean, there's really no point. So we got screws, we got this plastic, and it's kind of useless to me if you're going to open these cars. It does nothing for it in the package, and it does nothing for it out of the package, as far as I'm concerned. If you have a different opinion regarding that, go ahead and express it in the comments down below, but I just don't, it's not for me. All right, so this is a neat car. I think it looks really good. I just like this vintage racing look, and I just thought this looked really good, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to keep it. I purchased an M2 at Walmart, and I'm going to keep it. And it is a Chase. It just looks really awesome. I think it looks great. You guys, let me know what you think about it, you know? Plastic base on these M2 drivers, and that's absolutely fine. It's screwed together. The M2 driver series, I actually, of all of them, and I've mentioned it before, I think I kind of like the castings because they don't have any opening parts. There's like a lot of less, you know, error rate or problem rate or quality control issues when you have less pieces and parts, which is welcome. No opening hood, no opening doors, and I do not care. I don't care about having opening hoods and opening doors. They're not a necessity for me when it comes to diecast, especially in this scale, right? But this looks cool. I like it. So we're hanging on to that guy. That's gonna go, you know, if I got vintage race cars, this thing will fit right in. I think it's pretty awesome. All right, we're gonna save the custom stuff for last. Let's just take a quick peek at this Datto here. 75 BRE Datsun Sunny Truck B120. We've got the red Datsun logo on this one, so I had to get this one. I found these in the wild at a Walmart. I can't believe I found stuff at Walmart. I haven't found stuff at Walmart, like this amount of stuff, in a long time. So, hey, we got the basic one now with the black dots, and there's nothing real special about it. But just wanted to show that. And of course, whatever, I had to have both. So I snagged on it. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Nightmare Before Christmas. Cool combi. If you want to know what else is in the set and it's not in your area, this is what else is in it. Baja Hauler, 49 Merc. That's kind of a cool casting, actually. The Vanster, the Boombox, and then, of course, the cool Combi. I collect the cool Combi loosely. I don't get every single one, obviously. There's some out there that are really impossible, that will be impossible for me to get. I'm never going to throw the kind of money at them. But it's a cool casting, and it really means something to me because it's a casting that came out like pretty much right before I started collecting. And when I found like the original one that came out in the wild, or not the original one, I'm sorry, it was a super the year I started collecting, right? So that was a super treasure hunt that I would really want, and I was trying to find. I was really excited to find any of the regular versions of it. So didn't come out when I started collecting. It was a super the year I kind of started collecting, so kind of cool. Whatever, it's goofy. They haven't really put it out in any regular sort of, well, actually, I take that back. What am I even talking about? I think there's a red edition one I still need to get. I got one of the red edition ones, but not the other. I don't know. There's some tough ones to get, and I've kind of lost touch with this casting, but it is kind of cool. All right, so I had to grab that when I saw it. All right, we got just a couple more things. Actually, before this Matchbox, and before we get into those weathered customs, here's a quick just peek at these stickers. I just had to get them because I thought they looked really cool. So the guy printed these stickers. I don't know if he actually made the artwork or what. I'm not really sure. But we got Portia, lowered, white, red, blue. Kind of a rally racing one. In white. You know, I just thought these look cool, so I picked them up. I don't know what I'm going to do with these stickers, but I got them. And then some Matchbox collectors. So here's what's all in the set. Still want that one. Actually, I kind of still want that. I want that one kind of too. And then I might as well just pick up the Corvette and make it a complete set. Why not? When I say I'm giving thought into putting stuff in my collection, there you go. That's pretty much, I guess, what I really mean. Thinking about it for 2 seconds and then saying, yeah, why not? So here we go. The Ram Rebel. 2020 Ram Rebel. Opening hood. Matchbox. Nice detail in there. Quite a bit, actually. I hate these wheels, though. I really don't like these rims and tires. I'm not a fan of them. These are like the first, not the first ever Matchbox Real Rider, but since they started re-putting out like rubber tire cars or whatever, I think it was in the Supreme Heroes set, if you guys remember those. They had these type of tires on them, and they're kind of ugly in my opinion. Pretty nice stuff. Full deco. We got full deco on these. They do look pretty good, and it's a pretty basic little truck. I mean, you know, it's all right. The one I was actually way more excited about was this one. This weathered Chevy C10 long bed. This looks great. I don't know why. Why didn't you buy this? True grip tires. True grip. Why didn't, you know, if you're out there, buddy, somebody in my local Diecast club, I'm sure it was the one that found these first. Why did you pass on this? Why did you choose to pick up the Corvette? The Subaru, I get it. It's the Subaru SVX is a killer casting. It's awesome. The Ford pickup actually looks really cool, and I think it's moon eyes, so of course people are going to dig on that. But why did you skip this one? Doesn't make sense to me. It makes no sense to me. And look at how cool this is. This is a really good-looking piece. And I think that's a fact. That's not even in my opinion. That's a fact. It looks good. It's got a white base, which is a little bit weird, but I think that's just how they, you know, they got to do that for the white bumpers if they want white bumpers. That's just a fact of the manufacturing process of this vehicle. But geez Louise, this looks good. Come on now, fight me. It looks good. Why did you not pick this up? I don't know. Maybe just short on cash or something. I'm not really sure, but I would have grabbed it. Actually, if I had to choose one car from that set, this would have been it. All right. Next and last, we're going to take a look at these Rusty Customs. Hopefully I'm going to be able to do them justice and get you some detailed peeks here. So I just sent him some cars. He really was reasonable in what he charged me for these, to do these, including the shipping and everything. Very, very reasonable. I don't want to tell you necessarily what I paid for him, just because in case he changes what he charges and you guys want to get some done. I don't really want to say, because I don't know if he gave me a deal. I'm not really sure. But HWCMDLS at. So you can find him. His name's Nick. If you're in the Auto World Collectors group, you've definitely seen his stuff, because he posts a lot of stuff there. So this is supposed to look like we got broken glass in the back, which looks all right. So this is one that he probably did the least amount of stuff to, but he really dulled the paint and just kind of made it look older and imperfect, which is good, because that will make a good photograph. And I'm going to save my favorite for last. We're going to go, the next one is this guy right here. This is actually a Tomica Limited Vintage. Oop, the roof is coming off there. It's got a plastic roof on it. He added this light bar to the top, painted mall security on here, which looks totally ghetto and low budget. And, oh, man, the top is coming off. Get that back on there. But yeah, other than that, it retained most of its Tomica Limited vintage goodness. I mean, it's just the paint is completely dulled. This thing had some issues. It had a little bit of paint rashing. It had, it was a custom, I think, to begin with. Somebody had customized this car and made it like a fire security car or something like that. It had like a light thing up front, and I don't know, whatever. And that ended up, I dropped it and it ended up breaking. So that's kind of like what made me kind of stick it in the to be customized bin, and he just did this with it. So kind of interesting, kind of a unique take on whatever to make a custom out of that little Mazda Cosmo. That's what this is, right? Yeah. And all right, next we've got the crushed Junkyard, and that's what he does. He does junkyard stuff. So this is a crushed, sadly, a crushed 65 Pontiac Gto. I think I'm just going to pull the fuel tank off of here. Oh, it covers up a screw, so you can kind of see how that's constructed. Maybe I'll put it back. It just looks a little bit too clean for the rest of the vehicle. I think it's on backwards, actually. It's supposed to go like this. Yeah, there you go. So here's this guy. Just a crushed car. One day I will have a big junkyard scene with a bunch of junkers, and I think this will be a cool addition to that. I don't know if they can get the hood open anymore. Oh, the motor is missing. Stole the motor. Still got luggage in the trunk? We do. But took the motor out. That's a nice touch, actually. Motor's gone. Car's crushed. And sadly, it's lived the end of its life. All right, so there's that one. And then let's see here. So he did a good job trying to be creative with these and doing different stuff with them. This Firebird, this was probably a challenge to get to look really dirty and nasty, but I think he did a pretty decent job. The green is still fairly shiny. This one had issues. The back little spoiler thing was already missing. I'm not sure what else was wrong with it, but it had some problems. So he dirtied up the base. He painted some details on the base as well. It's a nice touch. I don't know what's under the hood. I guess I'm really not afraid of chipping it necessarily. So, can we get under there? Maybe? Oh, I'm getting dirt all over this. I really need to change this paper that this poster board that I do these videos on anyway, that's all dirty. But look at the detail in there. So he did get some dust and stuff in there. I like that he did that. That's the one thing that is a nice touch when you're doing stuff like, ooh, we don't screw back together the base, so that comes right off. You want to make some more customizations or base swap into something else or whatever. That's kind of cool. He drilled it apart. It's kind of neat. I don't know what he does to do this process. I don't know if it's just like a paint or like one of those weathering kits or what exactly he does, but it's kind of neat. I like it. All right. Next we got square body. This one looks really cool, actually. So this one I got from someone, and it was in really rough shape. The tailgate was missing. It's still missing, of course. The axles were not correct. I don't know what happened there, and they're still not correct, of course. Look at that detail base. He kind of like chromed out the tailpipe and then put rusty stuff over the top of it. That looks pretty cool. Nice and dirty. Again, I got these for taking pictures. Is really why I wanted these done. So hopefully I will take some cool pictures of stuff and be able to show them off. Let's see here. Next we got the Mustang Mach 1. This one's one of my faves. Did a really good job on this one. Just making it look very, very weathered, gross, and appropriately rusted. I like how he did the rust down in the rocker panel and stuff like that, and I think he did a good job on this one. This one I think he worked a little bit harder on. We got painted detail again in the thing where they got the blue there and the tailpipe and stuff. It just very, very cool. All right, so we got that one. That one was also in rough shape. And the last one is my favorite, which is this Firebird. So real dirty. This one's got 3D printed parts. This is really cool. So we got 3D printed parts for the brake, drum brakes in the back. Check that out. That was really neat. And then it was on these jack stands. And I think I'll leave the jack stands actually disconnected from the vehicle, and I think I'll just use it as display. What if I want to put it up on wood blocks or something? But yeah, that's how it looked when he sent me a picture of it. Just chilling there on the 3D printed part. So really cool. When I sent him this car, it was actually missing the tires, or they were the incorrect tires, I think. And no, it was missing. I think it was missing the tires for the back. And I thought he'd do something cool with that, and he did. So there you go. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode. Another lengthy one for you. I apologize about the length on this one, but we had a lot to look at, and hopefully you enjoyed yourself. Definitely the main event was the surplus goodies stuff. These trucks are fantastic. Getting the chases for them is just really good for me because, you know, checking off Auto World Ultra Reds, tough as it is, even tougher with these hobby exclusive ones, and it's so cool to get two of them in one day, out of the way, into the collection, and into my Auto World archive, into my sort of Auto World museum type thing that I've got going on. I still have, I think, probably, I probably don't have the most complete Auto World collection that there is out there, but it's gotta be one of them. It has to be. Just has to be. All right, so that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks again for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that fantastic fun stuff. And, you know, we'll see you in the next one.